Sharon's here. I'm so glad you joined me today. You know, I have one particular question that is constantly, asked to me and sent to me all the time. And you gals all want to know is how to get rid of texture issues on your skin. You want to have a smooth barrier. You want it to look pretty. You want it to be less pigmentation. So, girlfriends, you came to the right place because I've got all the answers to your questions. Now, before we get to that, for those of you that are not subscribed to my channel, please scroll on down. See that little red button that says subscribe? Push that button. Okay, and then over there be sure and push that bell because that'll notify you of my upcoming videos. I try to tape Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, my ladies. Okay, so without further ado, let's talk about what we are going to do with the texture of our skin. How are we going to make it smooth? How are we going to stop accentuating all the lines and wrinkles and horrible texture on our face? For one thing, let's talk about texture. Now, texture is usually caused this day and time from when we had a lot of acne as a kid, or we didn't take care of our skin, or we had scars, or we picked zits all the time and it left little potholes and little needle holes, and some of us even had scars. So it's an ongoing process to get rid of a problem with texture. Now, there's about 5 ways I'm going to tell you about texture. The first thing I'm going to do is talk to you about some makeup applications to help you look a little better, okay, as far as the texture of your skin. One technique that I can tell you over and over and over again is silicone primer. Silicone blurs and fills in the holes, the pit holes, the lines on your face as much as it can to give you a smooth canvas for your makeup to go on and look smoother so the texture of your skin is not showing. However, keep in mind also, another trick to helping that as far as makeup is to start with very thin layers with your beauty blender first. Build up, but keep it as light and thin as you can as far as layers on your skin. That's why I tell you all the time, if you want to pick 3 particular foundations that will give you what I say a thin layer but full coverage, would be Capture Total by Dior. The second one would be Estee Lauder Perfectionist. And the third one would be YSL Douche Cloth. Those 3, by far, will only take one application in all over your face, just one application. So making it thinner, okay? And on top of that, you won't have all this cakiness and applying extra layers to make your texture show even more. The next thing, when you get to our age, let's say even 40 plus, I say always look for a foundation that has a little yellow in it, because older women look younger with a little more yellow in their foundation. That will help tremendously. Case in hand, if you saw my last video about a week ago, a drugstore video, I was using a drugstore foundation that was more drying, plus it had more porcelain pinky undertones, and it made me completely blah. Now I am wearing one that has more yellow undertones. It gives you a more youthful and clearer look to your skin. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, the biggest thing in the whole world when you want to get rid of texture is let's start exfoliating. That is the #1 key to gorgeous, gorgeous skin is exfoliation. Now, there's 2 types of exfoliation you can do. I'm going to start off with chemical exfoliation. That is my very favorite. You're talking AHAs and BHAs. To me, glycolic acid is the way to go. This is my tried and proved, and I'll tell you why. We have now found out that glycolic acid can penetrate the barrier and go down to the dermis and lower layers. We never knew that before, but now it has been proven that it is. So glycolic acid to me is a collagen builder, okay? And they tell us that now. So I'm very excited. I like that much better than, than I do any of the enzyme type exfoliators, but we'll get to all that in a minute. The first thing I want to talk about, though, is a glycolic cleanser. Now, a glycolic cleanser, my very favorite, and I've tried every single one on the market. This is the best of the best. It's Glow Therapeutics. They now call it Glow Company. And this is a glycolic 10% wash. I've shown you this 100 times. I swear by these. I buy them by the gallon. You can use these every single day, once a day, if you choose. Now, I don't, because, nights when I have the retin-A, I skip my glycolic washes and just do it the other nights and then on the weekends type of thing. And of course, this is, you squirt out and it's got that gel. It smells a lot like glycolic acid. It's a thick kind of gel. You rub it all over your face. Rub it, rub it, rub it, rub it, rub it. It stays thick, but you're rubbing it, moving it around. Not hard. You're just moving it all over your face and between your nose, everywhere, down your décolleté, your neck, etc., etc. And it's got 10% glycolic acid in there. And you're running it on your face for about a whole 60 seconds, okay? So needless to say, you're getting everything out of those pores. I mean, as soon as I finish and I wash this off with my little washy cloth and my tepid water, I can tell you, I look at my skin and every single pore is debunked. So I'm huge on glycolic acid. The next thing, and I'll be putting up pictures around me, I like Dennis Gross glycolic peel pads. They are absolutely fantastic. You put the solution that comes with it, on your little pad, and you wipe it all over your face and exfoliates beautifully. That is an excellent product, I might add. The Peter Thomas Roth puts out not only their pumpkin enzyme, and it is fabulous. Tasha, has a rice powder. However, I'm saving that for in a minute because that is a different type of exfoliation. The main thing I want you to understand is, though, and I will have a lot listed down below to save time and where you can go to buy it. The main thing is you want the glycolic acid because it does produce collagen and goes deeper. One thing that I use that's uber affordable and it's a little stronger, and it's the Alpha Hydrox. Now, you all know that I use the Alpha Hydrox cream that was recommended by Angie. And by the way, it works. My arms aren't as crepey as they were. Thank you. But I have always used this Alpha Hydrox. Natalie and I use this for a long time, and it is easy peasy. We get it on Amazon. It is a serum that is 14% glycolic acid, okay? We put it on a cotton pad. We rub it all over our face, our neck, our décolleté, and after that, you wait about 10-15 minutes for it to kind of dry, and then I put some marine collagen serum on top of that, and the moisturizer, and I'm done. Do you see what I'm saying? But this is a fabulous exfoliator and inexpensive. I have this in my Amazon influencer page, which I'll have this listed down below too. So chemical exfoliators are the best. They're faster. They give you a more glowing look. I am really partial to them. Now you say, okay, Sharon, but we know too that you have used a lot of like your Tasha rice powder to exfoliate. Yes, I have. That has the rice powder. You mix a little water with it, or your mist, whatever, and then you rub it all over your face. And it's not uber gritty. It's actually very soft, but it's a fabulous exfoliator. Yes, I love that. But I don't like anything with microbeads in it or anything that's gritty, because that can cause your skin to scar. It will scratch and scar your skin. What's the idea? The idea is to get rid of the texture, not add on more texture, right, girlfriends? So you want to be careful about what you do. Now, I hear a lot of people say, oh, well, Sharon, you always say that microdermabrasion is probably the best as far as a tool, a treatment type. Absolutely, I swear by it. I want you to know that the professional microdermabrasion was the first thing I ever did in starting in my 40s. For professional use, I would go in for a chemical peel, which commonly glycolic acid, and then I would go in for dermabrasion treatments, where they were trying to take care of the surface of the skin, because when I was young, I had acne and I had some scars and you know, some wrinkles, some uglies. And so they started to work on that, and for years I would go get dermabrasion. I swear by it. Now I'm such a pro, I use my own PMD. Now I do this about once a month. All right, and it's got little diamond crystals, and I know how to do, you know, my own dermabrasion since I've been doing it for 100 years. Obviously, you know, my esthetician has worked with me closely all these years and taught me how to use this tool, which is heaven. This is just enough, and it's all I need now. Okay, and there's no scratching. It's a vacuum, and it sucks up, you know, all this dead, dry skin cells, and then you open it up, you put it all. It's heaven. It's heaven. You all have heard me swear by this PMD. Okay, but when in doubt, definitely talk to your esthetician and your dermatologist about treatments for you. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is any type of lactic acids. It's whatever works for you, and whatever your skin type is going to be your best bet. I am going to put them down below and section them out, so according to skin type, like if you have dry skin, try this, or you have this skin, try that. But I can tell you, I am all for chemical exfoliation all the way down the line. It works the best, and it's faster, and it's heaven. It's actually heaven, girls. There is none other. Now, I want to look at my notes. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, yeah. Also, the next thing to do is you got to cut down some on the powder if you have a texture problem. I'm sorry, but you do. Powder is not our friend, okay? Powder is our enemy when we go 50 plus. It is. I have had every dermatologist, every doctor, every esthetician, even my own makeup artist that always did me, oh, we got to stay away from powder. But you have to understand, that can create more texture. You see more texture when you powder. You see what I'm saying? And I tried to show you that in my last video as well. When I did that drugstore foundation, I also even lightly powdered with the Fit Me type powder, but you could see, if you don't think you had texture problems, you'll see it if you powder too much. There's a right way and a wrong way to powder. And you know, with me, I have to try certain areas only down the T-zone. I can't sit there and powder on my cheeks and all around this. That's too much for me, okay? But, I mean, I'm 69. Of course, it's going to be too much. You know what I'm saying? Now, in my 50s, it was a little easier. I could powder a little more. I could press things in. You know, I could press the powder with puffs in like this. So it didn't look as cakey, and you didn't see a texture problem. But I'm telling you, those are the things you need to be very careful about, are powders. Stick with HD micronized powders. Do you understand? That's the most important if you have to use any powders at all. Okay. Understand, too, that with exfoliation, you have brighter skin, you have healthier skin, but your makeup is going to go on easier. You're going to use less of the thin layers that you need anyway, and it's going to hold your makeup longer. Your makeup will last much longer through the day if your skin is exfoliated. Now just remember, if you do not exfoliate that skin, nothing is going to look good. Your skin's going to look aged. Your makeup's not going to go on smoothly, and basically, you know, you messed up. You see what I'm saying? So there is a right way and a wrong way. But the texture issue is so important because that can take years off of us when we work on our texture problem. Okay, also, I want to mention some other things to you. Murad, I'm going to have that listed down below. Exfoliator, it is fantastic. You got to try that. Drunk Elephant, I have tried Drunk Elephant. I like it okay. But the Peter Thomas Roth Glycolic 10% is very nice. And like I said, I'm leaning toward, you know, Dr. Gross. I absolutely love that. Love that. Stay away from the grit. I mentioned that to you. That is importante, girls. And unless it's very, very fine, like the rice powder with Tasha, that is a lovely product. That'd be great. The main thing is, when you do this, exfoliate, you want to really use really good serums afterwards. Now, I don't mean tacky stuff. I don't mean that stuff like I've been talking to you girls about. I mean, I really want like a nice marine collagen serum that'll go deep into your skin, because once you exfoliate, you've loosened up that glue, you've gotten rid of all those dead skin cells, okay? Your texture is looking magnificent. Marine collagen, anything with marine peptides and collagen in it, is just going to make your skin radiant. I mean, your texture is going to be going like that. But and yes, it's medical grade. So you want to use a good product when you do that. That is going to help you. Remember, the texture keeps you looking younger. And of course, all of our retinols and our retin-A's definitely help as well. Okay, ladies? So I think right now, those are the main things you need to do. Keep in mind that these are going to give you more of a flawless look. You can, you know, you can go other ends if you want to, but the chemical exfoliation is the one I prefer, except maybe once a month you can do some dermabrasion. I'm not opposed to dermabrasion at all. I did have a question about the CeraVe Renewing SA Cream. Yeah. Let me get my glass so I can sound intelligent. Yes, I said it right. Okay, this is for the rough, bumpy skin. This helps, okay, definitely with exfoliation. This has salicylic acid, ceramides, and vitamins. Okay, now they say, can you exfoliate with a cream? Yes, you can if it's salicylic acid and this kind of thing. Of course, glycolic acid is my choice, always. But yes, you can use this at night to seal in all, you know, your serums, and, you know, use this as your moisturizer. Not on your retin-A, though. Come on, girls. This is, you know, has an exfoliant in it. Let's not go buck wild. This has salicylic acid. You don't want to put that over your retin-A. You're going to be on fire. So, yes, this is nice, and you can feel this working. I told you, I have tried it. This is a great little product. And this is for a quick, easy, light type of exfoliation that you can find in a cream. But the majority of the time, I want you to use the liquid glycolic and get down to it. One more manual product, and other than your Clarisonic, would be the little Neutrogena. I call it a skin polisher, okay? You put the little pads on here, you wet the little pads, and you go all over your face, you know, it makes a noise, and it kind of polishes your skin. For a light exfoliation, that is very nice, but be careful, because there again, you're wetting, it's kind of a little sandpaper, you know, type thing. So you want to be easy and just kind of glide around. You don't want to push or pull or scratch your face. That is a no-no. So ladies, that is how we are going to work on the texture of our skin. And you know what? The best time really to work on the texture of your skin is the summer. And think how gorgeous it's going to be for fall if you work on it now. And I mean, you can start working aggressively. I don't mean every day put glycolic on your face. I mean, you could if you use the glycolic wash that I talked about from Glow Therapeutics. I will put this down below. Everybody's got Derm Store, Brianna's got it, everybody. I mean, it's a fantastic product. But this, I use about, I'd say twice a week. And this is the 14%. Okay, so because I know you're going to ask me how often, how much. I would start out like any other thing, slowly. Okay, now even this, when I first started using this, 10, 15 years ago, 10, I think it was about 10 years ago, 8 years ago, I can't remember. Break my heart, senior. All right. But this is a wash that you can use all the time. But even when I started using this wash, I mean, it tingled. I felt it tingling after washing it for 60 seconds and wiping it off. I went, woo, okay, that's a little tingle. But I mean, it didn't burn or anything. But you could tell it was working, okay? And then when I took a look at my skin, heaven. But like I said, this one is a little stronger. Okay. I'm going to have all that listed down below. Should you have any other questions, feel free to ask me down in the comments. I'm always here to answer the questions for you. This is going to help you so much. It's going to make you look so much younger. Thinner layers of makeup, my ladies. Okay, lots of moisturizers is what we want. You definitely want nice, heavier moisturizers at night and lighter moisturizers in the daytime. You don't want anything clogging you up, all right? And if you have, like I said, have any other questions, feel free to contact me down below. I hope each and every one of you have a fantastic day today. Excuse my distraction. We have people out there doing shrubs and all this, and it's really distracting to me. Okay. All right, my ladies. Oh, my new subbies. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you, girls. I love you so much. It is so much fun meeting you, and so many of you are fantastic. You have great ideas, and you're going to have super channels. I really like it. All right. To all my subbies, I want you to stay sassy, classy, and confident. And give me a big thumbs up on this video.